Hi everyone, thanks a lot for linking over to the YouTube video. Go along with the auction that will be over in 5 days for this Majestic 4705 Mighty Monarch of the Air. It's a 1949 model from Majestic Radio and Television Corporation out of Elgin, Illinois. This one is 28 watts and it's a portable unit, so it all basically folds up like a suitcase to protect itself. Open this up and you're looking at one of the most pristine examples of a 4705 that I've ever seen, and I looked for many of them and had a few others in my collection, and none of them were nearly as nice as this. This is investment quality. Everything on the outside is very fine, I would say. There's a few spots of like overspray of paint from something, and the handle is dry rotted. It's got a corner of a label missing on the top. Other than that, the most beautiful thing about this radio is the face on it. The dial face is perfectly clear, and what's very rare is to have this very thin metal grill intact, let alone be mint. This is mint condition. Take a look at any other 4705 and you probably won't see that. So I would venture to say that this is in a condition unlike any other that hasn't been restored. And if you want to argue that point and bring over your radio, I would love to see it. Anyway, just wanted to add a little something to YouTube and also give you guys a demonstration of the actual radio we'll be receiving in the auction. This is a mast antenna, pulls up about 2 feet out of there. And there's actually 3 antennas at work on this radio. There's an antenna on the back that you can take out and hang up in a tree if you're on a picnic. I'll show it to you guys when I open up the back here. Again, both sides are basically like a suitcase. I'm going to put 2 blocks of wood underneath so you guys can see a little bit better when I open this. There we go. Under this strap that just unsnaps in nice condition there is basically an aerial antenna. It's got about 6 feet of wire and this handy clip that if you take it on a picnic, just clip it up in a tree. Showing you the Majestic Mighty Monarch of the Air. This is called a Wave Ranger. I'm not sure if this is like a series of thin wires or if it's actually like a wire mesh, but when you hang that up and you're outside, you will catch every station you ever dreamed of. I'm inside today. We're in a brick building, and when I give you guys a little demonstration, I'm just going to use the small mast antenna, and we'll see how many stations I can pull in. This is actually the 7-tube model. There's 1, 2, 3, one back there is 4, 5, 6, 7 tubes on this model. There is a 5-tube model also. And again, this is the compartment that could hold your DC battery pack if you have one. Also, this is the replaced cord, so you have a nice safe cord. And when you pull this out, and you're ready to plug in, the cord just tucks into an extra notch that was taken out of the lid. So, this is the back. I mentioned 3 antennas. This is the first piece that you'd pull out when you want to remove the chassis, and again, this is in beautiful condition. I've worked on a lot of radios that are Bakelite or big wooden console radios, and there always seems to be a stuck screw or a cracked Bakelite or something seized up. This is in just beautiful shape. There's 3 clasps, 1, 2, and 3, and you just move it to the side. When you unhook that, this will be the first piece, almost like a picture frame piece, and it locks in the chassis that has notches. You just pop that out, the chassis slides out like a shelf. That's how I took the pictures that you saw on the website. I had the chassis out and also took pictures of that little schematic and the label inside. So that's most of the back end. Why don't we do a little demonstration? Again, everything is in real nice shape here. Even the bottom is in nice shape. The only thing that's still getting older would be that leather handle on top. Open up this front again. It's all original hinges and clasps here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and plug in here. I'll pull up the mast antenna. Power to on. This is selecting AC. This would be for your battery. In the middle is off. Tuning. And volume. I'm going to put the volume all the way down. I'll head back to the beginning of the dial and see what we can tune here.
And enjoyment was the reason that they got married. Usually people get married because they one can almost say the other. Illegal aliens, some of whom are drug dealers and murderers.
Two.
Game called. Well, he might change his mind, but you know.
And he might not.
Right. So then equipment for people who are blind or visually impaired. That I fear I underestimate. All the oceanographers and
GeekDocs.com. Nobody beats our deal.
So I'm halfway through, and there's 7 real strong stations just with the mast antenna. If you were to use that compact aerial back there, you'd pull in every station you ever wanted. I'll give you a little example of that this speaker inside is actually, I like to say it's about 4 inches, and it's very strong. Again, 28-watt radio, and you could fill the room with sound.
It is All Night with Jason Smith on ESPN Radio and ESPNRadio.com. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests tonight appear with us via the Subway Fresh Take Hotline.
It's most of the beginning of the film is people walking around, kind of just
been helping people just like you for nearly a decade.
You know, gasoline. Oh, it's enormously frightening.
12, 15. Well, we tuned about 15 channels in there.
3%. I think in Washington it was like 100% of concession stands had health violations. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to stomach because it's things like rat drops.
Alright, so there's nothing good on the radio. I was hoping for some music or something pleasant, but as you can see, everything on this radio is in really nice shape. I'll put that mast antenna down, volume down, power off. Again, thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks even more for bidding. Take care.